Hey guys, I wanted to show you guys my deck profile. I am playing Pandemic Dragon Ruler, or at least that's what I call it. This I got inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic, so that is why I made this deck. It's been on my mind for a while now. I was supposed to post it up a few months ago, but things didn't go my way, so I had to postpone it for a while. But then yeah, I haven't made a deck profile in a while. I still love playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's pretty fun. So let's get straight to it. I'll show you guys my deck. First things first, I play triple Paladin of Felgrim. I play him to get out my Pandemic Dragon because what he does is if this card is normal or special summon, you can equip one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your hand or deck to this card. This card is unaffected by other monsters' effects while equipped with an equip card. You contribute one monster in this card, then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. I play him because he runs all the plays. You want to open up with him. He can search your Pandemic Dragon from the deck, and you equip it to him. Mainly, we play him because we want to combo him off with the spell card Ruins of the Divine Dragons. I think that's what it's called. Let me look it up. Yeah, Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords. So that's what we're gonna be playing in this deck. So then, yep, that's why I run 3 of them. And then I am running the Guardian of Felgrim because I felt like three paladins wasn't enough, so that's why I decided to run the 4th one. Well, basically he is kind of like paladin. They have the same effects. I was running Dragon Knight of Creation, but then the thing is, he has a good effect too, but it's just that he's not a warrior, so I can't really search him out with reinforcement of the army. So that's why I decided to play Guardian over him instead. You can play either one, but they're still pretty good. They pretty much do the same thing. They can special summon, yeah. So yeah, he equips as well. He just gains attacks. You contribute one monster in this card, then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So yeah, I just decided to run the 4th one just for consistency because we're only running 3, so sometimes we don't always draw him. So Guardian comes in clutch sometimes. And then on to the star of the show. I am running double Pandemic Dragon. The reason why is because the reason why I'm running 2 is because you don't really need the 3rd one. I feel like he just kind of clogs your hands. You can brick at times. Plus you can search him out with your warriors, your paladin. Yeah, he doesn't have any effects from the hand, so that's why I said 2 is okay for now. I like this ratio. What he does is once per turn you can pay life points in multiples of 100. Other face-up monsters on the field lose that much attack. Once per turn you can target one monster on the field with attack less than or equal to this card. Destroy it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, all face-up monsters on the field lose 1,000 attack. So he's pretty annoying. It's kind of like a troll, but not really too, because he's pretty strong. He can, if you get him on board, he can pretty much make pay any amount of life points. So he can pretty much make your opponents, like let's say he has a 4,000 beater or something, you can pretty much make him go, his attack go from 4,000 to 0. So he's really good. Also, if he relieves the field by like destruction by battle, everyone loses 1,000 attack. So he's really annoying. So they're gonna try to get rid of him ASAP. But that's why we play him, because we're gonna be abusing him most of the time, for the most part, and then I am running the Tempest, the Dragon Ruler, because I really miss Dragon Rulers. I started Yu-Gi-Oh when the Dragon Ruler era was very strong. I used to play Lightsworn Rulers, so then I just, I just keep thinking about the past, and I wanted to make a Dragon Ruler deck, but then I couldn't find any decks out there that could utilize Tempest. Well, there's many decks that can utilize him, but I just wanted to play a rank 7 deck, so that's why I decided to put him in my pandemic deck, and he's been working out great. And then I am running the double Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. If your opponent special summons a link monsters except during their damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Draw cards equal to the number of link monsters your opponent controls, +1. Then shuffle cards from your hand into the deck equal to the number of link monsters they control. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, quick effect, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. I kind of like him because, he's a rank 7, and we live in the Link era now, so then pretty much everyone runs Link, like not every deck, not every player is going to run Links, but, who doesn't, I mean, it's New Age Yu-Gi-Oh! The Link era is pretty fun too. I decided to run him over the 3rd Pandemic Dragon because, he can allow you to draw too, because if your opponent makes a link play, and if you have like dragon ruins of the divine dragon out, he can special out and he can kind of negate their next play, because with ruins of the divine dragon lords, that spell card, with that, if you have a level 7 or 8 monster on board, monsters on the field gets their effects negated, so it's really powerful. So that's why I run him. He's my only hand trap in here. I don't run Ash Blossom. I don't run Ash Blossom because I'm running the Card of Demise build. So I don't really want that many hand traps. So I cut her off for Fantastical Dragon instead, which has been working out great. Has more synergy. You can always put Ash Blossom on the side deck. You can always side her in. So, but yeah, it's really good card. Finally found a use to I finally found a way to put him to use. I don't see a lot of people play him, but I feel like he's pretty underrated right now. I like him. And then next, I will show you guys my engine. I am running the Fulgrim engine. That is why I play the Paladins. I run 1 Divine Dragon Lord of Fulgrim and 2 Archbrave Dragons. The reason why is because, with this engine, it allows you to send a lot of your dragons to the graveyard, which is, what this deck is all about, revival from the graveyard and, just special summoning from the graveyard and stuff. Only 1 Fulgrim, Divine Lord, Dragon Lord Fulgrim, because, he's level 8, so, I don't really have much use for him, except the fact that he has a good effect. He can banish, if he's special summoned from the graveyard, he can target 1 monster your opponent controls and or in the graveyard, banish it, and if you do, this card gains attack and defense equal to the banished monster's original level rank times 100. So he's good. So he's good to run at 1. You don't really want to cut him off completely because he has a really good effect too. But he's only at 1, because Archbrave has to be at 2. Archbrave has a better effect for this deck. Just because he's a level 7, so we can make rank 7s, and he synergizes with all my previous dragons I just showed. If this card is special summoned, you can banish as many spells and traps. What is it? Once per turn during the standby phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there last turn, you can target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard except Archbrave and special summon it. So yeah, I abuse him by sending him to the graveyard just to special my other dragons from the graveyard. So you need 2 because 1 is not enough. You need 2 because it's like the perfect ratio. 3 is too cloggy. You're gonna break. You don't want that. So that's pretty much for my engine. It's really good, and it's really consistent. And then what supports the Falgren engine vest? We already know that Blue Eyes supports the Falgren archetype the best. The reason why is because I play Dragon Shrine, so then what that allows me to do is it allows me to drop Blue Eyes to the graveyard, which allows me to drop another dragon card to the graveyard, because he's a normal monster, right? So with the Dragon Shrine, if you drop him, you can drop another card. So I'll drop him and then I'll drop Archbrave, or something. But most of the time I'm going for Archbrave. I'm gonna drop him, and then what he's gonna do is next turn, he's gonna special summon my Blue Eyes out. So that's just have another free card on board. Yeah, so it's really good. You have to play Blue Eyes with Frogrim at least, because I feel like it's like meant to be with Frogrim. It synergizes really well. It's really consistent. I run two because one is not enough, because I am playing triple Dragon Shrine over Dragon Ravine, because with playtesting, Dragon Ravine, it's good. It allows me to discard to the graveyard, but then it's not as strong as Ravine, where I get to drop him and I get to drop another dragon. So that's why I want to draw at least one and drop one to the grave, because I am running 3 copies of Dragon Shrine. So 2 Blue Eyes for the support. It's really good. And then of course I am running the OG Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. He's my extender. He allows you to make extra plays. He's just another dragon. So yeah, you have to. It's a dragon. It's mostly dragon. Mostly dragon. So yeah, gotta run him. And then like I said, I am running the Card of Demise build. So I am running 1 Card of Demise and 1 Into the Void. With this, you draw until you have 3 cards on your hand. Also for the rest of this turn, your opponent takes no damage, and then you just discard your entire hand, basically. So then pretty much, if you play this, your hand's gonna be gone. But then that's fine, because we're playing Call of the Haunted and Monster Reborn. So we're gonna be getting the revival from the graveyard no matter what. So that's why I didn't run many hand traps, only run my Fantastical Dragon. So yep, Card of Demise is really good. And then Into the Void, which is pretty much the opposite of Card of Demise. It's just you have to have 3 cards in your hand and you draw 1, and then during the end phase, you discard your entire hand. So it's pretty much the same thing. These 2 are my only 2 draw powers in here, which is enough already. I'm only running 40 cards, so it allows me to get to my my warriors. So, or I can search my dragons. I can pretty much I play it just for draw power, just so I can get to my warriors faster, make plays. And then I am running Rhoda. Basically this is my 5th warrior, right here, for consistency. I am running the 3 paladins and the 1 guardian. So this could be any one of them. So yeah, you guys to run this. And then I am running the 1 Carby the Grave. Like I said, this is a Card of Demise build, so we don't want to run too many hand traps. So I did cut out Ash Blossoms for this card. So it's still pretty good, and then I am running triple double-edged sword. With this card, it's really underrated. I feel like it's one of the best equipped spells right now. You can only control 1 double-edged sword. The equipped monster gains 2,000 attack. Also, both players take any battle damage from attacks involving the equipped monster. If you take 2,000 or more damage, send this card to the graveyard. So pretty much what I do with this is I protect my dragons and my warriors with this, because they don't see it coming too. If they have for example, let's say I can't do much. I can just normal Paladin and equip. I have no plays. I can just play this. That way, I get a chance to stall, you know, because, you know, with 2,000 in the tag, you know, that's a lot, you know. I mean, you're gonna take it too, but then at least their monsters die, you know. But then the reason why I'm running this is just to protect, so that I can get to my spell card, Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords, because, you know, that card allows me to negate monster effects, and with double-edged sword, you know, it just offers more protection. So it's really good, and it's really underrated, you know. You guys should try it out. It works really well in this deck, and I love it so far. And then, like I said, I am running the triple dragon shrine. Send one dragon monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then, if that monster in your graveyard is a dragon normal monster, aka Blue Eyes, you can send one more dragon monster from your deck to your graveyard. And then, so yeah, pretty much this is to drop Blue Eyes, so that I can drop Archbrave, you know, and make my plays. You know, if let's say if I have Pandemic Dragon in my graveyard, I can drop Blue Eyes, drop Archbrave, and then next turn I can revive Pandemic Dragon. You know, so it's really good. You know, I prefer it over Dragon Ravine, because, you know, I'm not playing like a real Falgrim deck. You know, this is a Pandemic Dragon deck. So, you know, Dragon Shrine works best with Blue Eyes and the Falgrim engine. So that's why I run it. Then I run the one Foolish Burial. You know, just I can drop more stuff to the graveyard. And I'm running the triple Return of the Dragon Lords. This card is the best card. You know, target one level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. If a dragon monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So then pretty much this card allows your dragons to stay alive. So you have to run this at 3. It makes this deck really powerful. So here's that. And then I'm running the 4th revival as well. Monster Reborn. Broken. Have to. And then there it is. My Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lord spell card. Continuous spell card. If a monster is special summoned except from the graveyard while you control a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster, that face up special summon monster has its effects negated until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, you can send one other face up card you control to the graveyard. Special summon one Dragon Lord token. This thing right here, we're gonna be using it to combo off with Paladin. You know, we can just destroy this and Paladin and revive our dragons from the graveyard, you know. So that's why I run this spell card right here, to make the tokens for our tributes. It's really fun. Yeah, if this card is in your graveyard, you can send one level 7 or 8 dragon type monsters from your hand, or face up from your field to graveyard, add this card to your hand. So this card is pretty much it negates monster effects, so, you know, it can pretty much screw your opponent over if you can open up with a dragon on board, a level 7, 8 or 8 dragon on board, and have this, you know, it pretty much shuts them down. They're gonna have to play around it or get rid of it somehow. So yeah, that's why I run these 2 cards right here. Only 2, because 3 you're gonna brick, especially with all the dragons that you run. You know, the point is to, you know, get to the cards. The point is to have the right amount of cards, you know, and I find having 2 to be the perfect ratio. And then for my trump card, I am running triple super polymerization. This card comes in clutch. Pretty much, if they shut down my Pandemic Dragon, this is my out right here, because, you know, we're pretty much gonna troll with Pandemic Dragon for as long as we can, you know. And if they have strong monsters, we're gonna bring out Blue Eyes. If they get over Blue Eyes, then we're gonna have to go a different route, you know. That's why I run triple of these. You know, my extra deck is mostly fusion monsters, so, you know, I'll show you guys that in a bit. But then this is the best card in my deck, hands down. So glad it's back at 3, you know. Back when I started Yu-Gi-Oh, it was at 1, you know, but it's back at 3. It's one of the most broken cards ever. I love it. And then I am playing 2 Twin Twisters, just for, you know, spell and trap removal. I was playing MST, but then That's not as good as it used to be. You know, Twin Twister is the new MST, so we gotta run this. Besides, you know, you can discard your dragon cards, and then, you know, you can target up to 2 cards, 2 spell or trap cards on the field. So then you can discard your dragon. You can play this, discard your dragon cards, and then target one of your equipped spells that you have equipped to your warrior, or your paladin, or your guardian of Felgren, and then you can just destroy that and send them to the graveyard. And then if you have like Call of the Haunted or something, you can play that right away, and then you can revive them right away. You know, so it's just more ways for me to combo off and make plays. So that's why I run this at 2. And then I am running the 2 Call of the Haunted because this card is really good. It allows me to utilize double-edged sword, which is really broken. This card right here, you know, if they try to attack my warriors and I have nothing, I have no answers, you know, I can just Call of the Hunt, and then, you know, if I have this on my spell zone, I can protect them, you know, if it's active. Yeah, pretty much if I have this and that, you know, I can play this and that. It helps protect my monsters, so that's why I run that. It's really good. I love it. And then I run the 1 Armor Recall just to search my spell, my equip spell. This card is really underrated. It says add 1 equip spell from your deck to your hand. Then you can equip it to 1 appropriate monster you control. You can only activate 1 Armor Recall per turn. So then, at times, you know, like I play this because, you know, I want to draw into 2 of these at least, and, you know, search 1. You know, that's why I run the Armor Recall, because, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes, let's say you don't have much on board. You know, you just have your warriors on board. You know, if they attack, you can play this, and then you equip this right away, and then, you know, they're gonna have to replay the battle. If they want to attack you, then they die. You know, but then you're gonna take 2,000 damage as well, because, you know, that's the effect of this card. But then, you know, at least they die. You know, so, you know, you just want to keep your monsters alive. So, you know, the thing I really liked about this is that it can protect dragons or warriors. It can protect anything, any monsters. Because I was gonna run United We Stand and Moon Shield Mirror, but then, you know, I was like, no, I feel like double-edged sword is way better, and it just came out too. I think these cards are pretty new, so, you know, they're pretty good, man. They're pretty underrated in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. It's pretty much 40 cards. It is a pandemic dragon ruler deck. Yeah, just the concept behind it is just to troll, but then to also, you know, destroy your opponents, you know, to make them, quit. And then onto the extra deck. Let's start off with 5-headed dragon. Like I said, this deck was built to destroy dragons, so, you know, it was built to, you know, destroy rockets, you know, or just any other dragon decks in general, or at least that's what I intended to do. You know, it was to shut down all kinds of dragon decks. That's why I called it the pandemic dragon ruler deck, which is, you know, pretty unique. I haven't seen anyone do it yet except me, but yeah, you guys can try it out. It's really consistent. Yeah, so 5-headed dragon, you know, it takes 5 dragon type monsters to make him. So then, let's say if you're going up against a rocket player, you know, you can just super poly all their dragons plus yours, you know, make him. He's one of the best, you know. He's the OG, 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense, so he can't be destroyed by dark, earth, water, fire, or wind. So, you know, he's really powerful. So that's why I run him. And then next, I run 1 World Chalice Guard Dragon Elmar Duke. Yes, I play him just because, you know, if I go up against a heavy link deck, you know, if all they do and use is link monsters, you know, I can just super poly them and use this, you know, get him out. So yeah, just one of him, you know, just in case I run against link heavy decks. So yeah, there's that. And then I am running the 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. this card is fusion summon, you can make this card gain attack equal to one opponent's special summon monster until the end of this turn. Once per turn, you can target one level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name, and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. If this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters. So this card is really strong too. So the main reason why I'm running him is just so that I can get rid of dragoons, Red Eyes Dragoon, because it requires 2 dark monsters, so pretty much Dragoon is dark, so I can super poly him with this and my own monsters as well, because I am running a lot of dark monsters as well in my deck. But then yeah, him, I use starving venom I can't speak today, specifically to get rid of dark monsters, and the number one threat right now is our dark dragoon. I mean, not dark dragoon, red eyes dark dragoon. So yeah, pretty much, yep, that's why I run him. And then I run the one Predaplant Drago Stepelia. Just again, just for heavy dark monster decks. I could run a second Starving Venom, but then I don't have it. But I was also gonna run the Predaplant Trify Overtime, which is the same thing. It's just 3 dark monsters to make him, to fusion him out. So yeah, it's pretty much just these 2 right here are for dark monsters. So that's why I run them. Then I am running triple Mud Dragon of the Swamp. This card is the easiest to make. All it requires is 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. So that means, pretty much I'm not going to be playing mirror matches at all. I'm going to be playing different decks. So that's why, I run him at 3, because he's the easiest to make and he's the easiest super poly target. So that's why I run 3 of him. And then I play 1 Dragonite, Draco acoustics, however you say it. Again, just because I feel like shutting down dragon decks, so that's why I run him. If I play up against a heavy dragon deck, I can just fusion their dragon synchros. For example, Borload and plus a warrior monster, or like let's say if I go up against Buster Blade Dragon. Buster Blader and stuff like that. Just any other dragon decks out there. He's just there to shut them down. That's why I run 1 of him. And then I am running 2 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Swan, just because Beast Warriors are a threat and they are on the rise right now. So we gotta take them out. That's why I run 2 of them. Yep. I feel like Beast Warriors are really underrated too. They're on the rise right now. So gotta watch out for them. I didn't forget about them. And then I run the 1 Big Eye and the 1 Draco Sag. Just for nostalgia reasons. I think about Dragon Rulers all the time. I really miss my Dragon Rulers. So yeah, that's why I play the level 7 dragons that I have, just so that I can make these. My favorite plays back then was just making Big Eye and Draco Sag. It was back in 2015, 2014. They were really powerful. So yeah, that's why I really liked them. And I run the 1 Divine Dragonite Falgren, just because I'm running the Blue Eyes and the 1 Falgren. I'm most likely never gonna make him, or at least I think, but there's gonna be that one time where you might have to go into your rank 8, just because let's say if your opponent does allow you to make 2, if your opponent does allow you to have 2 level 8s on board. Let's say you have 2 Blue Eyes on your field for some reason. You can make him negate stuff. Just it might not be every time, but there's going to be that one time. So that's why I had to find room for a level 8 rank 8 monster, XYZ monster. So that's why I run him. And then I run the one Abyss Dweller because I am running the warriors as well, Paladin and Guardian, so I can make him to stop graveyard plays, graveyard activation and stuff. So yeah, I have to. And then last but not least, I am running the one Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears. Once per turn, once per opponent's turn, if this card is in the extra monster zone, quick effect, you can tribute one monster from your hand or field. Return one face-up card on the field to the hand. If this card is tributed, special summon one dragon monster from your hand or deck and make its attack and defense 0. You can only use this effect of Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spears once per turn. So yep, this is my only link monster. Again, you know, it is a dragon heavy deck, so with a few minor exceptions, you know, with the with my warriors, you know. But yeah, pretty much this deck is really fun, you know. It's really consistent, and you know, it's really powerful, you know. With my engine and all. I really like this setup. You know, I feel like Pandemic Dragon goes best with Falgrim. So, you know, if you guys haven't heard of this card yet, or this card, you know, you guys look them up. I feel like it's really underrated. Falgrim hasn't seen a lot of plays lately. And it's a old deck, kind of, you know. But then I feel like this is the right support for Pandemic Dragon and Falgrim, you know, just because, you know, you can use him, and then utilize the Falgrim engine, and then, you know, just along with Blue Eyes, you know. So that's pretty much the whole core of this deck, you know. And then if everything doesn't work out, you know, we're just gonna super poly everyone and, you know, send them to the Shadow Realm. So I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile. If you guys want more, just let me know. I still play Yu-Gi-Oh here and there, you know. It's just I like to play decks that I want to play and that I like. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later, man. Be sure to check out my DDD deck profile. I'll show you guys, like, yeah, my DDD deck profile. I uploaded that a few months ago. Yeah, just be sure to go check that out. I have a lot of good explanation there, and you know, I show you guys my combos and stuff. So yeah, check that out. See if you guys like it. Yeah. Peace out.